Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So we have quite the surprise, honestly. So to give a little bit of context before we hop straight into it, first off, shout out to Breakfast Club. Um, Showed me what his OBS settings were. I know his OBS is kind of look like my recordings have been kind of looking like ass. This is why most of the time I prefer to record on my PS5. But now hopefully you should be looking pretty damn good. I have had it on the auto configure tool for quite a while. I noticed you'll probably notice in the Dark Souls 3 series that quality kind of jumps around, especially at the end. That's when I was starting to mess around with the settings. It was fine for Souls games, but like games like Destiny 2 and things that are more graphically stuff, it didn't quite work as well. So, AI limit. What are we doing here? What is this game? Like, Autos, man, what the fuck is this? So, a long time ago, there was a Bandai Namco leak showing titles of games and that sort of thing that will be released in quarter 1 through 4. Now, this was, I believe, shortly before COVID happened when this got leaked. The first game was Sparking Zero, which on the list it was called 10. Well, first in quarter 1 or quarter 2, I believe, there was Elden Ring DLC at the time. It was called Rise of the Barbarian. It wasn't Rise of the Barbarian, it was Shout at the Air Tree, but the DLC did release in sort of a similar, it's released in June. Then after that it was called Tenkaichi 4. And big surprise, Sparking Zero. The last game that I was interested in that was on that list was Code Vein 2. That's something that I was curious of. I could see where a sequel could go, but the game does have some issues. I won't really ever be covering Code Vein on the channel, um, mostly due to the fact there is a level called the Cathedral, and if you know about it, holy shit! Like I have personally never seen a worse designed level with a worse designed boss. Another weird thing about the game, backstabs weren't working like right. Like you weren't exactly behind them. You had to be off to one of the sides. The game was rough, but it had a really solid story. The modding community kind of carries that game. But here we have AI Limit, which I saw got announced. It's for PC and PlayStation. On PS5, there is no demo that I could see, so we are here on Steam. So, I can't look at settings at all. So that's gameplay. I don't think this is interesting. English American sprint type. We might go with hold for now. The game might be crashing. Oh wait, it's my controller. I might have to plug in my controller. Cause I see no reason why this should not be working. There are. To be fair, oh no. Change it back. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Our controller's working now. Graphics settings I'm leaving on. Ooh, what the fuck? We're definitely gonna have it at my screen's resolution. I'm gonna leave everything else, lock FPS off. Okay, let's look at what the fuck is classic mode? Action mode, customize buttons. Okay, so you can customize them. We'll go classic mode for now. Vibration intensity, interesting. Okay, I don't know if this demo is gonna stop us at a specific point in time. I don't know if it's a time thing. I do have hope for this game since there is a demo. Stellar Blade did have a demo, and the demo was extremely fun. So I'm kind of excited to check out this game. Will I cover it on the channel? I don't know. It kind of depends on how this demo goes. But, ooh, it does look good. It looks much better than Code Vein did. I doubt this is by the same people, though. I'm going to call it Code Vein 2 for now. At least that's the game I'm going to be comparing it to. Interesting. So I'm assuming left arm is going to be the parry arm. Usually games like to make this arm the parry arm.
Is this?
Ah, frames! Holy shit, frames! Whoa, I don't like how... Oh, I don't... The frames are really bad. Frames are really bad. Well, no, not down that much. Turn it down just slightly. Maybe that'll help. Holy shit, the game better be better optimized than this. We'll lock it to 60 FPS. I can handle 30, but okay, it looks like locking frames helped it, but holy shit, this game should be a little bit better optimized than this. Okay, so this is Notepad. This is our settings, obviously. Headwear's interesting. Stellar Blade, you could remove this for some funny stuff. So, also, in Stellar Blade, there is the... can I say this on YouTube? I don't give a fuck. There is something called a nude outfit, which, during the demo, some people did not know what it did at first. Oh my god, frames! Okay, hold on. Oh my god, oh my god. This is already a bad sign. Holy shit, this looks awful at 30 frames too. I thought I could handle 30 frames since, okay. This game worries me a little bit in terms of its optimization. I don't understand why I can't run it at, So as y'all can see, I'm a little bit doubtful on some things. There is no jump button. Okay, that's interesting. How the... Okay, some decisions are baffling me. Some decisions are baffling me. Why is X sprinting? I don't really like that. I forget what X does in Bloodborne. Circle is dodge, but you also use it to sprint. I'm not sure I like that. I'm not sure if I like X being sprinting. It feels a little bit weird for what's possibly a Souls-like game. Southwest Sewer Town. Interesting. And we can't jump either. So... Oh, okay, I'm not really understanding the menu, but I'm sure we'll get it in a second. Okay. Light attacking. I'm not a huge fan of that. So it's a charged attack, special attack. What do you... Don't call it a special attack, just call it a heavy attack, and then you can charge up the heavy attack for more damage. I don't really like that. Okay, sync rate represents the quantity of mud energy available to you. Sync rate reaches a maximum of 100%. Sync rate is categorized into multiple levels, which directly determines a blader's prowess in battle. If the energy attacks deal less damage. Okay. Sync rate is categorized by multiple levels, which directly determines a blader's... why is it called the blader's? Prowess in battle. Energy level 1, attacks deal standard damage. Level 2... The attacks deal more damage. Hitting enemies with basic attacks increase your sync rate, while getting attacked reduces it. If your sync rate drops to 0, you will enter a weakened state. Okay, so this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. Hold L1 to extend the spell frame. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming, does this let us use spells? Can we attack through this? We can. Okay, the meter is honestly kind of an interesting idea. Can you attack barrels? No. Okay. So, the frame spikes is really bothering me. Can I at least hit the Windows up button? Oh, okay. Okay, if I saw a black screen there, obviously the Windows button works, but the Windows button takes you completely out of the game. It takes you completely out of the game. Bleeding effect, what the fuck? It takes you oh my... Okay. Pressing Windows takes you completely out of the game, which is a little jarring for me. But I will say, it seems like the game incentivizes you for pretty good play, so you can't play super aggressively. You kind of have to observe a little bit. Equip items and shortcuts lets you use them quickly. Mud ball is so small, more amount of life over a certain duration. So it's a healing thing. Oh wait, so this I used to switch? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, I accidentally used. What am I gonna have to? Fuck, I can't jump, so I can't do. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I'm so used to sprint being. Okay, so I'm used to using square because in a lot of anime Souls-likes kind of like this. Oh, I actually don't know if I like. Wait, hold on a second. I saw a sliding animation. This game is not optimized. That worries me. Okay, hold on a second. Let me. I'm sorry. I have to change controller settings. Okay. Let me customize my fucking buttons. Holy shit. First off, square, I don't want this to be interact. I would like it to be X. Sprint, I want it. Oh, sorry. Sprint, I want it to be circle. Okay. Interact, check. Roll, dodge. Yes. Well, dodge, this should also be circle. Bro, are you really? Are you kidding me? I have to have them as separate buttons? Okay, then I'm just gonna. Holy shit. Oh, I guess they do have a different mode for a non-solo. Oh my, I don't like this control scheme. Uh, there's a little boss enemy there. Is there a... I gotta figure out how to block. Okay. So there is no blocking. There's no parrying either, it seems like? Okay, I'm not liking there's no parry. Oh. Can you at least slow walk? Yeah, you can. Okay. Gonna grab this item. Punishes mud energy and increases sync rate. Okay, I don't really care. Whoa, okay. The game does not feel super responsive. Oh my god, okay. This game feels... It feels rough. It feels rough. It feels rough. No padded tutorials? Oh, okay, so that's where we can find all their tutorials and stuff. I'm a little worried that there is no parry or block mechanic. That's something that worries me. I don't like the sprint. I really do not like the sprint, but it does seem like, generally speaking, you don't necessarily need to sprint. But yikes, this feels rough. Also, I personally see no reason to do a heavy attack. I just don't. If you have 0 mud balls, too, so he can't heal. I'm assuming mud balls can't be the actual healing item. They definitely learn from one of Bloodborne's mistakes, right? Okay, there's no sprint and run animation. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give my full thoughts. Okay, they're sliding. They're sliding downstairs. That's fucking great. We're gonna fight this guy, but a little bit better. Okay, okay, okay. I'm starting to learn a little bit. Starting to learn a little bit. Or I might come back to this guy just so we can kind of at least so we can get through the demo. Just so we can get through the demo. Because I am not completely sure I can take him without some form of healing. I really hope for this game's sake that how is there no like sprint thing? And how is there not like like a parry or a block? Okay, wait, can you, okay, you can have two different weapons, but like, I don't know if I see the point in having two different weapons. Unless enemies are gonna have a resistance to one. Okay, we're gonna fight this guy one more time. Oh, that's a grab. Okay, we're dead. I wasn't sure what he was gonna do there. Okay, there is also something interesting I do want to show you real quick that I have picked up on now. So, when you're not locked on, you do the roll. Well, when you're locked on, you do kind of the bloodborne dashing, right? But, like, when you're not locked on, dot rolling is so fucking slow. It's so slow. Why is it so slow? I don't. To me, this game so far feels like it's trying to replicate some of Bloodborne's tactics, but it's missing what made Bloodborne work. Like, I've got to be perfectly honest, the dashing system, in my opinion, would not work in Elden Ring. I don't think Bloodborne's dash would work for the majority of the Elden Ring's bosses. I don't know if y'all share that opinion or not, but from my standpoint, despite how many mods, give Elden Ring Bloodborne's dash, I really just don't see the reason to add it in. I don't feel like enough bosses are aggressive enough for that, and I don't feel like... Roll and dodge? Okay, we already... Okay. Also, there is the backstep, but backstep isn't particularly... Like, I wish I could parry a grab! Like, bruh! Why? Tree that may raise interest of merchants? Is that like this world's version of gold? Oh, okay, we finally obtained using a weapon to cost mud energy, resulting in a decrease in sync rate. Where sync rate is at level 2 or higher, your weapon skills receive a greater damage bonus compared to basic attacks. And when your sync rate level is empty, your weapon skills will not function as intended. Interesting. Oh, so that's what that is. That shit is way slower than I thought it was going to be. Oh, we got healing. Okay, we're gonna go back and take care of that guy. By the way, we gotta check. Is there a little bit of hair physics? The cloth sims aren't too bad either. The style is kind of strange, though, I gotta be honest. Ooh, okay. Oh my god, we interrupted that. Bruh. Bruh! What is that? Alright. I'm gonna catch y'all back where we were before without... Wait a second! Okay, so you lose a little bit of money. You don't lose a full amount of money, you lose a little bit, but you can't get it back. Okay, I'm gonna catch y'all back where we were. Alright, we are back where we were. That just does not deal enough damage to really justify it. Holy. So yeah, you lose a little bit of whatever the money thing is. You lose a little bit of it when you die. You can't gain it back, though, but it could lead to some interesting farms. Size remains. We can't get up there right now. I don't like that. So there are ranged ones, but there is no visual difference. That's not something I really like. There needs to be a visual difference. Interesting. Okay, so there is backstabbing, essentially. This game does clearly tell you that you're supposed to play with a controller, which I am doing. Throw for the trigger explosion and impact. Interesting. You just missed. There needs to be a visual difference between ranged guys and non-ranged, because I can't tell the difference. I don't know what the fuck that is. What are these? Okay, so they have corpses. Stone thrown as a projectile. Will we do that? Probably not. Enemy drops are like crystals, which is interesting as well. So I feel like the demo so far... I really hope we do move to an open area of some sort. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Really? Okay, he's down with... Then we have a sliver of health. Railgun information not yet publicly available. Spell refers to techniques that utilize mud energy to generate various effects. Equip spells and you need additional aid in combat. Casting spells cost mud energy, resulting in decrease in sync rate when your sync rate is low. Okay, so same deal. So sync rate, it seems like it's important. Sync rate is basically MP and stamina. Okay, I'm not gonna cast this spell yet. Actually, we'll cast it once. Interesting. It looks like something that I would charge with. Okay, sorry, this looks like. Please tell me this is a merchant and not an enemy.
Lord Asteria.
Okay.
Finally.
This old man. We haven't seen what this bonfire is in this demo yet.
Later?
Yes. Thank you for helping us deal with the void.
The void.
You're here looking for her lord. Please.
What's the point of this NPC? What was the point of that? What? Just to tell us you're okay. Alright. Alright. We have seen no bonfire yet. Oh, this must be the bonfire. Okay. Is she the equivalent to a maiden?
Welcome, Seeker of the Branch.
Um, let me. Okay, I guess I can't interact with that
I'm
until I talk to her.
Asteria, the branch weaver. I've been waiting for you. It's a pleasure to know that. What's this place? An ancient underground drainage tunnel. Is this? As you see.
I'm
This
skipping through the
tunnel
story a
has
little
been
bit
damaged
because I'd
since long ago.
rather, learn that
Please
through the actual
use
game.
your power as a blader to restore it.
Okay, so this is our bonfire. It looks like the Tree of Yggdrasil, the things you had to grab in God of War. That hand looks so oily. It looks ridiculously oily. No Diddy. I mean, maybe whoever, maybe this blader dipped her hand in Diddy oil. Explain why it's red. Okay, branches. You may discover while resting near a branch, your life and sync rate are fully restored. Additionally, replenishes life dew and other items stored at branches. Please be aware that all defeated enemies will respond at the rest classic. Players can teleport between restored branches. In addition, you can enhance your abilities, your weapons, and perform other actions at the branch. So, okay, so this upgrades are this enhance. This requires material. We don't have a smith, which is interesting. Upgrading though, does this okay, this requires coin as well. I need attribute details. Okay. Okay, life, max, so HP, life points, whatever. Vitality determines your conversion. Higher conversion results in greater sync race boost when attacking enemies. Interesting. Strength. Some of them require strength, some of them techniques. Spirit is magic, basically. Okay. Interesting. So I'm just gonna go into life once and vitality another time. Oh, she's still there. Okay.
This way. Now please. This
Give us life too.
cleanse
Yes!
your body. What happened? When I touched the branch.
Also, it seems like this is the start of the game, which Stellar Blade did. The demo did start at the
In the water.
beginning as well.
And there
I'm
was
assuming we're
something
missing an intro
strange,
cutscene.
glowing
I'm assuming, but also Stellar
but I
Blade did
couldn't
have
make
an
it out.
decently,
What just
well, a
happened?
relatively late boss. It's like
Perhaps
late mid game.
it is
It's
the
like late of the
memory
mid game
preserved in the branch.
boss in there,
Your
so that's
lost
nice.
memory. My keep lead to for the now.
Okay, I don't care. Oh, long sword, blader swords, blader great sword. So these boost our stuff. These two boost life. I always go dex, so
So
gonna
you
stick with
have
it.
the go. Meet humans. Find the scattered branches and restore them. As this will be the
Okay, actually, I
end
don't like these.
for this broken world.
Okay, I actually don't like these. Oh, wait. This is probably just gonna be flat out better. Swapping weapons is... So it's easier to switch on mid-combat. There seems to be no penalty for it, though, which is interesting. Okay, so you use left do with up on the D-pad. Okay. Is our do restored? Yes, okay. Oh, wait. Ooh, okay. The charged is a dash. Okay, so now we're getting some unique stuff. We can't jump, so we can't reach that area. We're not going to talk to them or listen to them. We have elevators! Woo! Okay, so this does attack decently fast. Okay, nice. Oh, the dash doesn't have as much of a range as I thought it would. Oh, shit! I wish I could play a little bit more aggressively, but I can't. Imbues your weapon with the power of fire for a certain duration. Okay. I saw you, bitch. Mud balls, that's good. Mud ball. There's 2 different healing items, which I find a little bit strange. So this has to be a boss then. No, not a boss. Oh, okay. So you can jump. Interesting. Whoa! You got a 2-piece? I'll use a mud ball here to regen because I don't think we have an extra enemy. Forged steel blade. Information not yet publicly available. What the fuck does that mean? What? Oh, I can't use it until I have extra strength. Okay. So I'm assuming the weapons have lore,
Oh,
and we don't
another
have...
weapon.
The demo doesn't have that lore.
There's no.
Okay, so taking the Bloodborne approach there. As the demo seems to be quite expansive, so... Whoa! Okay, he's a crawling boy. By the way, Stellar Blade did not completely have stamina necessarily, but it had a pseudo version of it. Okay, so that's how you were supposed to technically fight the other one. Whoa! What was that? Bro. I've never liked beefier enemies. Really gonna give me nothing for my troubles? Bitch. That definitely looks... I just didn't want him to grab there. Mechanical part. So this is a form of chests. That's interesting. Ooh, Traveler's outfit. Okay. Oh, that changes our look too, so that's kind of nice. That heard something over there. Whoa, what? Oh my god, what? So, this looks like this is the way you're supposed to run? I'm assuming you can deal with it, but is it a good idea for us to do that? No. Okay, we can rest here, so that's nice. Branch fixed. Okay, how long is this demo? Relive memory.
Must see. Release the force field. Too hard for me.
Okay, frame ability counter field. One of the basic abilities accessible to the spell frame on your left arm. Activate the counter field at a precise moment when you're about to be attacked to counter most attacks. Yes! Will cause everyone to understand you have a chance to launch a fatal strike to deal massive damage.
Get out
Yes!
of here quickly.
Why is it right trigger? Oh, because of the other small things. That's so wacky. Oh, also I need to put a point into strength. Upgrade. Gonna upgrade strength once. Life again. So instead of rusty sword, we can use... I thought I had 12 strength. Never mind. Okay. First off...
Must be opened from
Okay,
the other
so that's
side.
locked. Okay. As we're going through this, so far, probably one of the biggest disappointments is, I was hoping to see a more open area. Oh! Oh! Okay. Trigger does not feel great as the parry button. Does it cost anything? It costs focus, but I'm assuming it regains it. Okay. Nice. Okay, I'm so happy we have a parry button now. Okay, I did get the parry off, which is great. There is another one over here, so let's keep that in mind. Whew! And nothing for doing that. Great. Oh, we got a mud ball. Can we parry big boys is my question. Okay. We're gonna lead the big boy away. Yeah, we needed to parry him. Okay, we got him. Whew. Can you parry projectiles? Okay, hold a second. It's not... Oh, I forgot I'm pressing the wrong button. Oh my god, okay. Okay, there's a ladder there, but there's... Can I jump and get this item? Whoa! Okay, no we can't. Okay, no we can't. Alright. Hmm. Bada bing, bada boom. Electrification, that's interesting. Okay, there's multiple patrolling enemies. Oh, frick. What? By the way, y'all saw the animation of the parry pop up. What the fuck? What is this? Okay. Fuck, and that means you have to go through all of that shit again? Okay, I guess this is a good time to test and see if you can just run straight through things. You have no stamina bar, so you can basically just run infinitely. The only thing that can really hit are the projectiles. Can they climb? No! Okay, that's interesting. How did he not aggro? I just don't like the parry button being a trigger. I really don't. So getting ready to walk out triggers him to do his little thing. But trying to do that is so wonky. The robot's movements are a little bit too janky. They're a little too janky. In my opinion, they're just a little too janky. There is a drop down there? Crystallized ruins. Oh yeah, barrels aren't destroyable in this game. Are not destructible. Woo! Okay. Mini bomb. I should probably do this. So we can now enhance weapons. We can talk to him.
Come you trying to attract the void here? Come you trying to attract the void here? Get lost.
Okay, the one weird thing. Climb. Climb, bitch! Climb! I'm still not sure how I feel about the sinking meter. I'm just not. It's a little bit strange. I feel like the two should be a little bit like the whole magic thing, and the sync meter should be a little bit different. Sit down, big fellow. Okay, I want to see what is down here. If it's going to let me. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't think it's a secret. We're gonna keep pushing on. Onward and onward. I have no heals. I have no heals. This sucks. Give me a heal. I guess technically we gotta know how to run through everything, but like still, goddamn. There's more of them. Okay, yeah, I just decided to shoot him twice as he looked like he was gonna grab. Okay, so yeah, the luminous carbon I believe is used for weapon enhancement. Is this gonna be headgear? Oh, it is. Visor. Later armor. Looks interesting. I do like the destruction. Yes! Mud balls! Thank you! Timetable for Mud Ball Maker is 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Wait. Blau family? Then 8 o'clock white deceased, then mute, then tiny bones? Are these dead people we're eating then?
Hey, you won't have anything to eat if you can't make mud balls.
He's gonna smash through that. Alright. Ooh. Bruh. Okay, we killed him, so that's good. Even though it cost us all, literally almost all the mud balls that we got. The enemies are starting to look samey, so... Serrated halberd, which I'm pretty sure we cannot use yet either. What is this secret area? What the fuck? Okay, I don't necessarily want to make this video a little, too long here. This demo is going quite a ways. It's quite a bit more expansive than I was expecting it was going to be. Oh, this is a shortcut! Oh, this is a shortcut! Oh! Oh. Hello everyone, this is, editing me here. You're just going to be seeing a crap ton of attempts at the boss in the background. I'm going to give my little review of this demo, and I know the title is probably going to spoil it a little bit, but I'm mostly going to talk about 3 things. Bosses, because there are technically 3, but you literally cannot access one of them unless you've beaten this Lord Lancer guy, which I was never able to beat. I tried it again today, but due to other factors, I really legitimately do not feel like doing this fucking boss. Now, there's the things I'm going to talk about are combat, environment, and bosses. Those are the 3 things I'm going to be talking about here. And then I'll give my general review of the game. Now, in terms of context, if you're new to the channel or whatnot, my experience with these kinds of games, I have beaten every single boss in Demon Souls, the Demon Souls remake, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, and Elden Ring, all Remembrance bosses, and Dark Souls 1 as well. The only boss that I never even attempted was Calamite, which is the only boss that I never even saw. So, that puts that into context, and in terms of games like this, I have beaten Code Vein once. Couldn't really get through it again because of the cathedral. You know. And then I have also played God Eater 3. I got through about 2/3 of it, but the story kind of got boring for me, and it was too Monster Hunter type deals. Don't really suit me that much. I have attempted some games like this. Oh, I have also beaten Stellar Blade. I have the Platinum Trophy actually for Stellar Blade, and I have beaten Nier Automata. I'm actually not as huge of a fan of that game as most people are. This game does share some issues, some of the issues that I had with Nier, and also this game shares some of the issues that I have with Code Vein as well. Now, first, let's talk about combat. Because combat is going to be kind of important in terms of the environment and boss. We'll get to those. There are two bosses in the demo. In the Stellar Blade demo, there was two bosses as well. There was the quote-unquote tutorial boss, which this game doesn't really have, um, because the first boss is almost completely irrelevant. It doesn't really teach you shit. I will say this boss isn't. The boss you're seeing in the background also does not teach you anything either. So both of them are pretty bad in terms of tutorial bosses. And Celeblade, the first one, anyways, so, and of course at the end I am going to be comparing this to other demos. The closest demo that I've played to this is the Celeblade demo, and I will talk about that after a little bit. Now, okay. The combat is rough. It says this game is coming out in 2024 this year. It really should not ever come out this year. This game is so unbelievably unpolished. Honestly needs a full entire year to cook. It needs a whole entire year to cook. This demo is really bad. On PC, the game is not that well optimized. I was hitting some lag spikes sometimes, and the game was getting a little bit laggy. It was a little bit rough. You just don't have issues with games like this. Even with Consort of Mikola Radon, that boss fight, that's how much shit was happening on screen. And this was like when the DLC first came out too. It would like only somewhat lag my PC. It would have lag spikes in the second phase. But holy shit, this one felt very yikes. Yikes. Also, those of you that have played Bloodborne, dear God, trying to go from 60 to 30 FPS makes you realize how badly Bloodborne needs 60 FPS. How much of a massive improvement Bloodborne would be if it was just 60 FPS. The healing item is a little bit slow. To me, okay. The combat feels like it's supposed to be Bloodborne and a classic Souls mixed together, but the problem is, like, it's in that midway state. I'm sorry, but that combat doesn't really lend itself very well to that. It just doesn't. Also, I am probably going to have to change keybinds around. Honestly, that would probably help. Using trigger for something like this is a little bit rough. So I'm going to talk about some things that I meant. So, in terms of what I'm saying that the parry and blocking, well, and by the way, there is a shield. It's garbage most of the time, but there's a shield. But, so trigger is fine if you don't exactly need to spam parries, right? The parrying timing in this game is really weird. In Code Vein, the parrying timing was extremely strange as well. So this game really feels like it wants to play like Stellar Blade. But Stellar Blade uses the left bumper as the parry, I believe. Or does it use... I believe it uses left bumper because you have to do it fast. Yes, the trigger is the gun. The trigger is the gun. But yeah, the parry is left bumper, which feels fantastic. In Bloodborne, it is trigger, but it's also a gun. And you can parry from a distance. So it feels fine in that faster combat because you can kind of be at a little bit of a distance, and the main character that you play as, she moves too slowly. She just moves too slowly to really... It feels slow, it feels clunky. The weapons don't necessarily feel unique enough, if I'm going to be honest. The spear doesn't really move like a spear, it moves closer to like a fucking sword. The blades are fine, but they don't attack fast enough for their lack of range. Also, it does seem like this game somewhat wants you to play aggressively, but the issue with this is it does not have a rally mechanic, and if you are going to have an aggressive style game, there needs to be a rallying mechanic, or, Stellar Blade I would define as a little bit faster paced. If you're going for that vibe, the healing needs to be super fast, and it actually needs to be worthwhile to heal. I honestly did feel like in these early stages, it felt almost entirely useless to heal. Which, is fine. Code Vein also had a similar issue with healing being ridiculously slow. It kind of wanted to be Bloodborne, but it had the bosses rather of Bloodborne. Like, it's just, if you're going to take ideas from other games, you need to see why it worked and not slap it together. I'm not a huge fan of being able to switch from blocking to parrying, with blocking being so trash, and they took the God of War idea of when your shield's gotten hit enough, you can use a skill with it. The problem is you take damage when you hit with that skill. That's stacked on top with blocking. It costs your sync to take hits. That should be enough of a punish, so that you can't fucking cheese it. That should be plenty enough of a punishment. And another issue that I have with this combat is it does reward you for playing well. However, it punishes you way too harshly for struggling a little bit, which I'm not a huge fan of. I just don't like. I'm not a huge fan of the sync system. I really do feel like sync. I would be fine with being attached to magic, but holy shit, stamina, being with the shield and the parry, I really do hate that it's like that. I would rather have stamina over anything else. Dodging or rolling feels clunky, and we'll get to the bosses in a second, but I will definitely have more to say with the bosses. In terms of combat, what are the good things? Kind of nothing. I just gotta be strictly honest. Kind of nothing. I definitely feel like they took some ideas from Stellar Blade, having a long-range option. In Stellar Blade, though, the reason why it works is there are whole entire sections where your weapon is disabled. And that's pretty much only what the gun is used for. But also, later on, bosses do have a mechanic where I think it's called a repulse. I believe that's what it's called. You do back and dodge, and it opens up a crit spot that you can shoot to do a lot of damage. So the gun is actually useful for that. And of course there are gun-only runs, but I believe there is a boss fight named Katakuri that you cannot use your gun for. But it's kind of ridiculous. Like, right? And it costs sync. Sync is single-handedly ruining this game. The sync is single-handed. There should be stamina and magic. There should not be, or like some equivalent to that. And health being at the bottom middle, I'm not a huge fan of. In my opinion, it clutters it up. I do prefer that kind of stuff on the top left. I just do. It clutters up too much of the screen. By the way, in the background, you're missing me setting against this boss a lot because parrying is basically the only way to really fight this boss. But we'll get to the boss in a second. But the only other positives that I have are there are a variety of weapons. But the stats don't really. There's only 4 stats to level up to, which is extremely strange. And Vitality is the one that's pretty confusing. Like, what the fuck? I will say the armor system is simple. I do appreciate the armor stats are very clear. It shows you what is better than what, which is pretty good. And it shows you all the resistances and everything. Now, besides that, let's go into environment. Music is pretty bad. The music for the Lost Lancer was pretty buggy. It was completely silent for a long time. This game is a really buggy mess. The environment looks boring as hell. I don't know why they did not show an open area. Holy shit, I've seen the same aesthetic. Like, almost every single anime game now, like Anime Souls-like, looks exactly the same. Because of this fucking area. Code Vein fucking had it. And at least Code Vein, it spiced it up pretty early on. God Eater 2 had very similar sections to this, which is why I kind of stopped playing because I was sick of this fucking aesthetic. Nier does the same thing. I don't like Nier visually. From a combat perspective, Nier is pretty solid. However, From a visual standpoint, hot take, Nier is one of the worst looking games that I have ever played. Because there's just a fucking constant beige haze all over the place. It's like a constant beige haze that coats the entire fucking game. And the 4 sections look nice, but they look off. They're not vibrant. Like everything's a pretty mute color. Like, what the fuck? And yes, I do understand the game is a little bit older, but I mean, look at Dark Souls 3's areas. Look at maybe Dark Souls 1's areas. Come on, technology is not an excuse. So that was like probably my biggest issue with here is the fact that everything looked the fucking same. Everything looked the same. I also didn't like the fact that you would have to play the game multiple times, like a lot of times, in order to get all the story. I'm sorry, I'm not a huge fan of that. I just don't like it. To get multiple endings, sure, but 3 endings max. 3 endings max. As well, I'll never get the Elden Ring trophy, despite how many hours I have. I'm not going to sit there and go through and try to get every single fucking ending. That's just, no. Now, that's the environment. It's boring as fuck. We're in here way too long. This needs to be shortened, like massively. The game should not come out this year. Now on to bosses. Probably the last section and my most contentious topic. The 2 bosses that I have fought suck. They're both garbage. The first one was kind of abysmally easy, and this one is what the fuck. The Lost Lancer really exposes how bad the actual combat is, because it doesn't reward you for playing aggressive, but it punishes you for playing like a classic. It punishes you for playing closer to a Bloodborne style of blade, or even closer to a Code Vein style. But it also punishes you for playing more methodically, like what you would usually play Elden Ring as or Dark Souls. It punishes you both ways. The parrying time is extremely strange, because it's not like Stellar Blade where you want to parry just as the enemy's hitting you, but it's also not like Bloodborne where you want to parry like partially through a swing. It's like basically you want to start it sort of mid swing, but the parry window is so small, it's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely ludicrous. Blocking is so bad too, especially like with this boss and everything. By the way, I guess my recording had stopped, but well, no, I did. I just fucking died. But as I continue here, it's just a combination of really, really bad decisions. The strat that I don't necessarily like using the strat per se, but I kind of call it the Lady Maria strat, where I kind of stick to a boss's side. It works for the most part. Against Lost Lancer, though, not really, because he deals so much damage. Now, he 2-shots you with every single attack. His grab, though, interestingly enough, his grab cannot kill you outright. The issue with this grab, though, is he goes immediately into attacking. There's 0 chance to heal. And dodging attacks, do not trust the dodging either. Mostly due to the fact that it has the Code Vein problem of the hitboxes being extremely strange. So, essentially, you don't get hit a lot of the times if you're just really hugging the boss, essentially. However, the grabs come out so quickly that you can't really react to them, so it does punish you massively for being super close, because the grab can just come out of nowhere without much telegraph at all. However, the range of the spear is much larger than you think it is. It's like all of the damage is front-loaded to the tip of the spear, and it just has a massive hitbox there. There's an issue. The most prominent issue that I had with this was the first Cathedral boss that you can fight in Code Vein. There's a certain boss in Cathedral that has a wide swipe that doesn't just have a weird-ass fucking hitbox, but it also moves a full 360, which the Lost Lancer has some similar attacks to that. I am sorry, but no boss should ever be using an attack that goes a full 360. And have a massive, massive hitbox. So that you just get hit if you're trying to dodge it. To where you literally have to try and iframe through it. And does this game have iframes? A little bit, yeah. I think it's kind of hard to tell whether or not it has iframes because dodging is so fucking wacky and strange, and rolling is extremely slow. So, especially after just attempting this boss again, there's nothing with if you want to slap a difficult boss in the super early game like this, the player needs to have some sort of incentive to keep going at it. Like, for example, Bloodborne. Bloodborne is probably the perfect example of this because Dark Souls 3's first boss is not difficult. Elden Ring is a little bit there as well. Elden Ring is quite a weird situation though because you can have multiple first bosses. But same for Elden Ring, Margaret felt Omen considered him to be the first boss you would naturally go to. What you learn is he's difficult, but he learns that like, hey, you shouldn't be here. Go explore the rest of the area first. And this game already did that. AI Limit already did that. In Bloodborne, the incentive for you to keep going at Father Gascoigne, assuming that you've been the cleric piece, is one, the music is pretty good. Bloodborne's combat is actually fun. And there is a cool cutscene, music is there, the environment looks pretty good. None of the bosses have this. All of the bosses so far are fucking garbage, and I forgot to mention, all of the enemies look the same. Absolutely, all the enemies look the same. It's like, bruh, all the enemies look the same. So, we're going to ask ourselves some questions and answer them as well. Is this game better than Code Vein? Absolutely not. In no way, shape, or form is this game better than Code Vein. From the demo, at least, it is not. The level design is honestly a little bit worse in some aspects because some things are... The level design is pretty confusing. So in my opinion, it is... And Code Vein had a map, too, that you could look at. So, Code Vein, better level design. Much better early game. The combat, despite it being super rough in Code Vein, it fits better with a lot of the enemies and the bosses. It fits way better than this shit. Whatever this is. In terms of demos, I really hope this is not what the actual game is going to be. It's extremely rough. I think it has potential. I can see it has potential. But it really, really needs extra time. It needs extra time. It can't come out this year. It can't come out this year. If whoever's making this, if they were smart, I really would take the feedback that, hey, this game needs some time to cook. Things feel a little stiff and a little janky. And I'm not talking about the sort of good kind of jank like Dark Souls 1. This is like really bad kind of real like janky shit. I do appreciate that, they did release a demo. I'm assuming they're releasing a demo to get some feedback so that they can, patch things up. So that's nice. But the real question is, how's this, man? Are you actually going to be playing this game right yourself? My answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know, but maybe. It depends on a couple of things. One, when does Phantom Blade Zero come out? Phantom Blade Zero will usurp any other project that I have going on in terms of getting that shit. You're doing that, playing that game. Getting it to the channel here. Phantom Blade Zero is absolutely number one. And by the way, no, I will not be playing Black Myth Wukong. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of playing as a movie. That sounds really strange, but I don't like the main character's design. I'm not going to blame it. That's just how that is. So, that's why I won't play Black Myth Wukong. It just doesn't interest me. With Phantom Blade Zero, I believe is coming out next year at some point. I don't know when. If I have nothing going on with AI Limited and everything, if it actually releases this year, I'm not going to cover it right away. I'm not going to cover it right away. I am probably going to get it at least, or maybe see someone else do their first early stages, see if things feel better, and wait for modding. Gonna wait a little bit for the modding community to do their thing, actually make this game good, just like how the modding community kind of made Code Vein actually pretty good. But yeah, that's how AI Limit is going to be. It's going to be even after it comes out. I'm not going to cover it right away. But on that note, please let me know in the comments what you think about from what you've seen of the game. Let me know if y'all would even be interested in covering like this. Do let me know if y'all wanted to see a Code Vein playthrough for whatever reason, with mods and the whole shebang. I know the game's co-op, but I'm not gonna make much sit through the cathedral level again. I was like, cathedral level, I was like this bright. Now Code Vein. The Code Vein is still not great because of cathedral. The single-handedly the cathedral level. And I don't miss the classes tonight. But let me know in the comments below, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side.